Hello, welcome to another video with Lady and the Frogs. If you're new around here, I do videos about reselling on eBay, and I thought I'd come on and show you where I am with sorting out this Lego, which is all here. Cha-ching! Yeah, I think I've done quite well with this. I think the fact that it's like £20 including the postage. I'm already looking like I've got most of these sets. Probably not massively full, probably not complete. Obviously I've got these that I had with them, which is suggesting that I've got a whole load of these sets. One of them, Bionicle, which I absolutely hate trying to put together. I can't say that I've seen that many Bionicle pieces here unless I've gone and stupidly chucked them away. And in the process where I was cleaning, I have actually thrown away some of the Connects bits. So I've got you don't usually get instructions that are in these job lots for Connects. But I know that I've thrown some of that away because usually you have like random pieces with it. So obviously I've got that, which is looking like I have seen some of that pale blue colouring, and then this, but I think the cannon is missing, but I'm not that sure because it feels like I've got the majority of it there. I mean, I've definitely got the base, so, and there's the other bit of it. So I would think that I probably have got enough there, and if it is just like one piece that's missing, I can find them, purchase them. Typically it's mega blocks as well, but there is, yeah, this girl, which you may recognise. I only had a head earlier, but I know that that's her body. So this is Padme. So I've back engineered her hair, which is a long hair piece, which is quite different to what you normally have. So I've back engineered that, and she only comes in 3 sets, and I'm pretty certain, although I haven't come across Anakin yet, I think for back engineering it is 7131 Anakin's Pod Racer. I'm not so good with the modern stuff, but I use Toys Period as opposed to Bricklink because I do like my vintage stuff. See that, I'm back engineering at the moment that piece, which is that, but it seems that it's in potentially 48 different sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort all this out, and I'm going to just put it in piles, because when it comes to sorting through it and seeing it, it's just easier to have it in piles. So I'm just going to do that now, which is going to take all day. It's Saturday at the moment, so it's not so bad. So obviously this has come out of the bathtub where I had it in bleach. So I've sieved it, put it on a towel, which is there, and then because it was sat on the floor, I don't want to like warp my floors because we live in a crap place anyway, so they're already quite warped. So then I put a piece of card out, and then I put it to dry on the card. So this has been drying overnight. These are some of the unusual pieces which I'm using to back engineer, and then I'm going to just start piling it up. So that, although I don't have the horses, I've got some horses in another set. So I think that one, if you just bear with, that is the Guarded Inn, which is part of the castle set. But that suggests that there's other things. So I'm going to go through it all. Oh yes, and I also found the tail. So I had the head was part of it, but I found the tail. Now that sells for £15 on its own, so I can get my money back pretty much on one item, which is that. And then these are all the Playmobil bits and other random things like cars and then which I thought was tumbling monkeys, but it doesn't appear to be. Yeah, so got all that to go through. So this is what I'm doing now, and this will take much of the weekend, but I'm going to try and sort through this so that I can just push it out of the way if we want to actually enjoy Saturday night.
Wise.gov.uk. Take a bow, you tea-time trailblazer. Going meek.
It is now Monday, 1st of February, 1st of February. Situation's got a bit worse with the Lego. So yeah, just cracking on with this. Done a few sets, but not fully complete. I need to get into all my spares and the rest of it. And I need to make up all of these sets and see what's going on with them. So I've done the post and everything's sort of organised in the other room, so I can get to my boxes of like spares that I've got and I can look at stuff and hopefully try and work out what I've got, because it's crazy. There's more, you see now. I have 2 more job lots of Lego which have turned up. One which Hermes just abandoned outside my door. They must have just brushed against it. So that must have, I think they must have delivered that at, like I said, 10 PM on Saturday night, because we fell over it on Sunday morning when we went out. And then I've got another job lot which I had previously, which I've put on the towel and it's all washed. So I've got a lot more to go through now, so I'm going to see what I've got. I'll just give you a quick overview of what I've got in front of me and what I'm just sifting through. All of this was what you saw the other day. I've already been through a load of this, so this set is all put aside. There's a little post-it there because there's like 2 or 3 pieces missing and some that I've just substituted. So this is all I've done. It's just put it in rough order, but it's not as tidy as it was because I've been cycling through it. So all these figures here, which I'm not that impressed with these weird modern ones. The pirate ship still sat there. My husband said he was going to do it, but that didn't happen. Oh yeah, this is quite a cool minifigure. I think I'll be putting her on her own. I think she only came as part of like one of the minifigure bags. So yeah, I found her maracas. Obviously Hula Girl, I think she's called. This guy's been knocking around. He might be going out on his own on a mission. And then all these bits, which are how I find out what sets I've got. But I need to go through the list that I've got. This is the one that I'm doing at the minute, because obviously I can find out based on those 2 decorated pieces what they are. I needed a piece of the I needed something from this bag. So as you can see, the spares that I have sitting around, there's quite a lot of it. That's the guarded in. Annoyingly, I need another piece of that, and the spare which they have for sale of that, there's only one listing for it, and the piece on its own, so it's that pattern but that shape, it's on at £45 from Germany. So I mean, what planet are they on? And then I needed 7 of these in black. And I didn't have 7 of these in black. So I found some red ones because it won't look too off. Yeah, I'm trying not to get too caught up in the details of it, because that box is spares that I've been waiting for. I had some spares for this set, and yet I still haven't been able to make it up. So now I've got 4 sets of the wings, but I still haven't got the antennae bits that I needed, which I was hoping that was, but it's not. And that's all the bits of the other 2 job lots, which were quite cheap, £10 with post sets, and I keep raiding it anyway for little bits, and then car bits that are from all the rest of it. Right, so I'm going to crack on with this because this is a bit tedious. Obviously I've got my instructions there. Oh god, yeah, and as usual, more of the old non-branded Lego, which is going in that special K box. I have another job lot as well, which is due to arrive on Wednesday, so hopefully I'll get most of this out of the way before that appears. Hello. Right, it is now Wednesday, so I have done a fair bit. I've got most of the models sorted, and I thought I was at a point where I was going to finish, but I've still got a fair bit of stuff here, which, as you can see, is ridiculous. So I've got all the models sorted yesterday. The plan is to just photograph them today, which is what I'm going to do. But having looked at some of these bits, so I've got this piece here, and there's various little races as well. So I've actually got another 4 sets here which I can do. The stuff which I've got built up at the moment, conservatively I'm looking at £150 return on it, and that's based on the fact that it's got, some of the sets have got pieces missing. Probably more likely to get 200. But I've got these sets here that I've got to do. So I've got a creator set. 4107 is obviously what all these, because I've got lots and lots of like really small pieces here, and lots of these things. I have put all these in order here, as you can see, but it explains a lot because there's a set which is supposed to come in a tub, which I obviously haven't got. So I'm going to put all that together now, because that's just an easy set, and then I can lead it with an actual set number on it. And then this, which is Extreme Power Bike, which is why I've got a load of Technics still sat there. Those are the pieces which have led me to the Build Your Dreams. And then I've got Turbo Racer, which these are the last pattern things that I've been doing. The sun has decided to make an appearance. So that is from Turbo Racer. Definitely haven't got that. That wedge and that wedge, or it might be that one. They all come from stuff which has clearly got bits missing, so they're just going to be sold separately. Yeah, and I've got another racer here. That one was done. Yeah, and then this here, which is a pullback motor, which you can hear. I've got to work out what that comes from. So, oh no, I know what that comes from because I've got that piece there with colour on it. I'm sure there's supposed to be something else that goes with that, but I seem to have misplaced it. Oh yes, that. So I know that they're from that Turbo Racer. So I'm just going to put them together, and then I'm going to show you all the sets that I've got, because this is an absolutely amazing job lot that I bought here. For the fact that I could only see it as just a plain box with, it had the pirate ship. The pirate ship is here. The pirate ship sails and the hull I could see on top of it, but the rest of it, it was just a big box. And when it came through, and it really was a 6 kilogram box, and then it turns out that it had all of this in it. It's absolutely great. So they're few and far between though, these lucky dips, and it is a risk because those two job lots that I've got there, the risk isn't paying off with them. So I'll just put all this together and then I'll show you what we've got. Okay, this is everything that I've pulled out of that £5 plus £15 postage bundle, and it does include all that junk at the end. And this is why I'm so stoked about this, because it is literally going to be a good £200 return, I think. So this, I've just printed off the front page of this. This I've already just put a job lot on, which was some of my surplus Lego, some of my previous job lots. So I've gone through all this. I think I've got like one substitution that I've written on there, but it's obviously got this weird bit on here, and everything was in there. That was all the surplus, so I'm going to sell that. This is going to be 10 to 15 because it's supposed to be in a tub. Then this is very similar, but I have the Creations Ideas books, so I just sell these as starter bundles. I've got a few bits that I've put on my thing there of substitutions and bits that are missing, but like I say, I just declare that. And then the same thing with this, which is another one of these creator sets, which I don't think are that good because I printed this off and it's absolute rubbish. Admittedly, when I've realised how much ink I was using, I stopped printing it, and I was selective of what pages I've done. So I've concocted this, but more or less I've got all the pieces that are there. So it's still a starter set, and it includes these two cars, and it includes all of this Lego which is in here. So it is just another starter set. So all of these are around the £15 mark because they're just not that much to them. But you know, if I sell all that, that's 45 quid. I've already doubled the money. And then these are the more interesting things. So this, I have recently sold one just like this. 215. So it's called Red Indians because they've got red faces and these headdresses. But I've put that together. The one that I've sold previously, I didn't have the little baby to go on the back like that. So, and I still got £18 for that previously. That is a set which I can't remember why I haven't done it. There's something quite significant missing, which is why I've just put the spares together, but I may well just sell that as the spares because obviously it's got the printed pieces. Or I might just put it with this guy, which I've got to put some cotton through that thing and put that on. So what have I done there? Yeah, so I've had to do colour substitution because that's supposed to be black. This looks like it's incomplete, but I don't think it is. 6.5. So when I try and work out where I am with these things, I will have downloaded this. 6.5, 6.4. Okay, it's not on there. Okay, right, stop listening to me. So there's something missing on there. So I will be double checking these as I take the photos of them. And I'm probably going to do them one by one so I don't forget, because I know that a lot of these have got things missing. Yeah, so this needs to have a bucket on the front, but the bucket that I had, the bucket that was in this job lot was this one, and it's just not the right bucket. And I did sell a job lot of those and got rid of them ages ago, so that's annoying. So most of these are probably only about the £5 to £10 region, but some of them probably slightly more. But I have written down on here more or less what they're going to be. Yeah, so they are £5 to £10 because they're just little models. So that's a space set, which I'm obviously got to go through and see what's going on with that. This one's complete. These are some of the little sundry ones. I think that one is just another £5 one because there's hardly anything to it. This is quite a nice little set, which I've never had this before. This is the snack shop. I'm missing the correct base for it is broken. So I've just set that aside because I just feel like I'm going to pick up some of those spares at some point. Then I've got two little racer sets here and another two sets of racers here. These ones are quite cool. Sorry. I might place these together, but then again I might not. So these are these pull back ones. Okay, it was working. It'd help if I have it the right way around. Yeah, so pretty good. Must remember that that's there and not to stomp on it. What else have we got? Octan. This is Jack Stone, I think. Yeah, it's got this Jack Stone figure in it. It's not complete, but it's not worth fussing around because it'll be £5 to £10. So this is a racer set. It's just missing a few little things like flags and the rest of it. But it's got 2 vehicles in there and 3 minifigures. What's that one? 6424. 6424. Yeah, so that one's just £10, that one. That's another one which is just £10. They are in there and they are assembled. Yeah, it doesn't look that much. I've had that before. I know that that's only £5 to £10. Obviously, I've got this guy who is going to be £15, so he's just going on his own. As a lot of the other like minifigures are, like Padme, I'm going to sell her on her own because I think I can get £5 for her rather than doing the pod race, which I haven't got all the pieces for. This is the thing that's been driving me bonkers this morning because I hate Technics. I think I've got fatfingers.com. Yeah, so I've got 2 bits missing on that, but it's assembled. So that's another 10 quid. Then in that job lot I had this. The pieces are largely missing for these 2 sets, so I haven't got involved in them. And then I've got this big pile of plastic, which I'm sure the experts in you will know that it's Playmobil. So I have ended this listing that I have for some other Playmobil that I've got, and I'm going to piece it all together. So I've got to try and work out what the hell's going on with it, but I'm not a fan of Playmobil at all. Dinky toys as well here, which aren't worth anything because they're damaged. But then interestingly, yesterday when I was finding stuff, I found these 2 things. which are another one of these pull back things, which I was wondering what, I had that one initially and I was like, what on earth is this? And then I saw that it said BBC on the bottom, and then I found that one and I immediately twigged what it was. They're from Robot Wars. So this, yeah, it's only another £5. This one, I think they're supposed to reflect how crap they were actually on the TV series. But this one, that one busts to move. I think that one's Matilda, isn't it? And she was always destroying everything or something. So those things I'll get £5 for. And then these are the two really decent sets. So this, which I've never had as a kid. I think I would have been disappointed actually if I'd had it as a kid. I've got a few bits which I've had to substitute. She's missing her hat, so I've just given her some hair, and like I said, I didn't have black, but I put some red in and I've alternated it, and I think it's fine because obviously I've got these walls. Largely the flag is always missing, but I have got that, and I've substituted what should be red and black with a patterned one of them. So I think it's good to go, and I'm hoping to get £40 for this. Obviously got my horse, that came, I had that already as spares, that was missing, but I did have that. And then I have this, which does have a poster and the instructions and the sales, which is the important thing because that's what's always missing. What I do have missing with this is a sword. The cannon is missing. We've got one sword, which this guy's got. So hopefully, I mean, if I'm lucky, I might suddenly find that it's in all that Playmobil plastic. And then I've got one of these things, which is supposed to be a lantern. I was missing one of them. Although I could look in, might have that in my spares, but I don't think I do. So very pleased with that. And this, yeah, this is selling for between £40 and £45 incomplete. It goes up to about 80 if it's boxed with the instructions and it's complete. But I'm more than happy to get £40 for what I've paid for this. And I do still have various spares that I haven't done. So I'm quite happy with that. I've packed a lot of it away because I had all this Technics as well that was hanging around. There are some sets that are in there, but I'm going to sell off the spares. So, you know, the spares, you can get like £3 to £5 for some of these spares. So I'm quite happy to just carry on doing that. And yeah, I haven't really touched on that. But, you know, I want to just get some of this photographed and on and packed away. That box there, this is already some of the job lots that I've done. So these are some of the starter packs of Lego, which I've got on. I've already sold one yesterday. So yeah, very happy. And I forgot to show you this as well, because this is 6356. This is a police set. As you can see, it does say police there, and it does say police there. This is an old set that I used to have. I don't have the baseboard for this, which is why I haven't put it together. I've got all sorts of other vintage police bits, so I'm just going to put that aside because I may well come across the baseboard. And yeah, the other thing I didn't mention is this is all the Mega Blocks. So I now have this big box of Mega Blocks, so that's going to be listed as well. There you go then. It's a lot of work. I have spent the best part of 5 days sifting through that, washing it, and it is time consuming. That was a particularly gross box. I've had to do the legwork as well to find it. You have to think that. So I've got that from eBay, waited it for it to be delivered, and it was one of those ones where it was, you know, there was like lolly sticks and other dirt and hair and pretty grim. But then you can see why I do it. The only thing I could see on top of it was the hull of the boat and the sails, and then the rest of it was just a big box. So I didn't know what I was getting, and it was just luck of the draw that I've won on this one, because those are the two job lots. I'm not winning on those ones. They are just pieces, and I'm going to have to just sell off the pieces, which is a bit more time consuming and you don't make as much profit. But at the moment, everybody seems to be on vintage, and it just seems like it's a bit of a bear garden doing clothing, and I don't think that clothing is selling that much, because, you know, all of the aspects of clothing, I know that we're not all knocking around with our boobs out, but people aren't getting occasion dresses and all these things, and they're not getting holiday wear, so clothing isn't all that lucrative at the minute. I've got enough clothing, and I find that the Lego seems to be going out a lot quicker, which is why I'm doing that. And I'm still a kid, as you can see, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing the vintage stuff. I won't enjoy putting that bloody Playmobil together, but that's got to be done. So I'm going to get on with listing some more of that now, and I would think that they will sell within the space of a month. So I'm going to keep looking out for these. I have another box, which I have spent too much money on. I've spent about £70 on that, because it's got a £100 set in it, I believe, but I don't even know if it's complete, because it was just, I only win the stuff which is badly listed and not written up properly, and it's time consuming finding it, because if somebody just writes the word Lego, it gets lost, and to find that listing is a lot of work. But I'm going to put the work in, because I'd rather be doing this than doing nothing at the moment, because it keeps me sane. It kept me sane during the length of the first lockdown, and yeah, I'm quite happy with what I've got here. I'm really happy, actually. I mean, I've spent £5 plus £15 postage, and I'm going to get to £200 back. With, you know, once I put all this work in, I'm going to get £200 back. But think about that. The time that I've spent, if it was in a normal job, it doesn't really work out. It is a lot of work, and it's an acquired taste, I suppose. Sorting through Lego and other people's dirt is an acquired taste, but you know, you don't know if somebody soiled those trousers that you just bought. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this snapshot into my madness with Lego. If you'd like to subscribe, I'm going to do more videos. A like would be great. Thank you everybody who has already subscribed. It's very nice. Right, thank you for watching, and I've got to crack on with this while it's still daylight. So goodbye. Oh, and goodbye from Z.